Ready?
Ready.
What are we doing?
Review. Hey, by the way, you didn't tell me about your trip to Porto Santo.
Oh well, I was in Porto Santo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How was it?
good. And I actually had a revelation while I was there.
You want to tell me about it? No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you about it, but intro first. And welcome back to another episode of reviewing new Around the Water films with the awesome
Matthias
and Sebastian. It's great to have you back here with us for today's episode and the review. Yeah, it's great to have you back here too, because otherwise I would be talking to myself, and
as always,
that is weird. I do that often enough already.
But you love talking, so
I love
can
talking. Yeah,
talk about your recent trip and your relation.
Yes. Well, Porto Santo was great. I mean, as always, I really like the diving. I really like the island, the people, the food. It's really cool. And the Madeira underwater photo and video competition was a huge success. We had, I think, about 35 people competing. And I was, as in previous years, I was just capturing and documenting the entire event, doing like little pieces for social media that we were able to publish every day in like a complete film for like the ceremony at the end of the competition. And we also live streamed using the Dive mobile transmitter, and it was a world's first of live streaming an underwater competition to social media platforms. So that was quite exciting, but that was not the revelation. The revelation I had was that, you know how we always say that the dive fork system, we always use it or only use it for like private use, and we don't use it when we do client work and commercial stuff. Well, I have to, amend that opinion a little bit, because the organizer, Pedro, asked me specifically not to bring my red Komodo, but to just shoot everything with smartphones inside the dive fork housings, because dive fork was the sponsor of the event, so we wanted to, give them a bit of a platform there too, like they're the sponsor of this series here. So we were filming everything on smartphones.
Wow.
And that was actually something that I didn't really know how well that was going to go. But it worked great, because the only platforms they were using the material on were social media platforms, websites, digital platforms, and the content was by far good enough to be published on those platforms. And the versatility, or the flexibility that we had using these small systems was great. I'll tell you, I've never gone on a paid gig with so little baggage.
Just flying with hand luggage.
Pretty much. Yeah, that was I really loved it. That was fantastic.
Very cool.
So, I can now say you can use the dive fork system professionally, absolutely, and you'll get great results with that too. So, thank you, dive fork, for providing us with this amazing system. Thank you also for being a sponsor of today's video and the series here, and thank you for supplying an extra 6% discount to all our viewers if they use the link down in the video description below to purchase their next dive fork equipment piece on their web shop. Alternatively, you can also use the code Matthias Lebo up and check out on the website, and you'll also get the 6% discount. Good times.
Wow. That was a lot of talking.
Yeah, I'm a little tired now. I need to drink some water.
It's my turn to talk.
Yeah, please.
Because we're not here to hear you talking. We're here to...
It's not true. Partially true.
To watch another video. And today's video, number 104, is from Toby Smales. Or Toby Smales. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Anyways, he was filming with his iPhone 15 Pro.
Look at that.
And two Solar Video Pro 3800. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's two or one, but at least one. But in a sea life sports diver housing.
Why do you say but?
I don't know. It's like I have my experience with it. So I'm curious to see how it worked for him. And he was diving in Saudi Arabia and the Red Sea.
Oh.
Yep.
in Saudi Arabia.
So another trip for us, maybe.
Oh, come on, guys. Okay, yeah,
Well,
well,
we can have a look
yeah.
if it's worth a trip.
We'll see if you convince us, Toby, and then we'll make plans for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. So
Shall we watch it?
sure.
All right, let's do it. Oh, he smiles. It's really nice. Four minutes and 32. You know what that means?
Another submission for the competition.
Absolutely. Toby, you're going into the competition. Thanks for your submission here. A nice one. I enjoyed that. Very calming, very relaxing, very soothing. Yeah, I could have that like on my television somewhere in the background, just running continuously. Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
Me too.
Thoughts?
As you mentioned already, I love the harmony between the visuals and the music. It's like
Right.
very calm, just no rush. It's
Yeah.
like chill,
Yeah.
easy,
No
very
rush.
nice.
No rush. This is a no rush zone.
But I think, and that is possible because the footage you use is very stable.
True.
So it's like I think every movement he made was intentional, and so it's very calm, very stable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the same way.
Cool perspectives. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like the Barracuda is a little bit tilted up. The other one's like leveled, and yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, the tuna also
Yeah.
from like bottom up to the surface or slightly to the surface. That was actually really nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There is a few things that we need to talk about. First of all, though, you can clearly see how the iPhone 15 Pro, it was the 15 Pro, right?
Yeah.
How the iPhone 15 Pro is very capable of creating good-looking underwater shots, especially if you combine it with a it's not a very powerful underwater video light, but it's powerful enough for your close-up and sort of mid-shot to give plenty of light into the scene, lighting it up properly. And when you do that, then the iPhone's auto white balance works very well.
But
But as soon as you go further away than what your light reaches, that's where you see the limitations. And this is not limitation, it's not a limitation of the iPhone per se, but it's a limitation of the Sea Life Sport Diver housing that Toby was using, in my opinion, because you're not capable to manipulate the settings on your smartphone in the same way you would be on land. You can't really use any third-party apps through that housing because you're bound to use their app to have the buttons working on the housing and to work your smartphone underwater inside the housing, and then it makes it difficult to properly focus, but that wasn't really an issue here. I never really saw a focus issue here, but it also makes it difficult to adjust your white balance. You can't really, you can set the color temperature, but it's a little more complicated setting it that way. And the auto white balance sometimes can be problematic on iPhones because it sometimes can give you a color shift. There is a very useful setting that has been introduced just recently to the iPhone 15s, where you can actually lock the white balance. So from the moment you start recording, white balance is not going to shift anymore. And if you haven't got that activated, Toby, I suggest you do that from now on because it really helps with color shifts during your recordings. Right, but nevertheless, great film. I think it could have been a little better with using the full capabilities of your smartphone, which is unfortunately not possible in that housing. Dialog, for example, is a housing where it's the only housing that allows you the access to the full touchscreen of your smartphone, and therefore also to third-party apps like the Blackmagic camera app, which is a great tool. I always use the Blackmagic camera app when filming with my smartphone, with my iPhone underwater, because it simply gives you so many more options.
It's not a great tool. It's a freaking amazing tool because, you get from a full camera spectrum, and on settings you get it on your smartphone. I mean, that's freaking amazing.
Look at
that. It's for free. It's for free.
I've rarely seen him so excited.
No, it's for free. It's pretty cool. It's like when the app came out, it was like, yes.
It's probably also because it's Blackmagic. He uses DaVinci Resolve, so he's a bit of a Blackmagic fanboy. But yeah, I'm all in with you. The Blackmagic camera app is amazing, fantastic, awesome, second to none. And I would highly recommend everyone to use that in combination with their iPhones when using them underwater. But obviously, you do need the dialog housing to be able to access that app underwater.
And it needs some time to get used to it. It's not like just start and record. I mean, it's different from the native app. I get it, but what you said, I totally agree. It's like the sports diver is limiting in your capabilities of what your phone would be able to achieve.
Exactly, and specifically, I think this would be visible in like the wide angle shots.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know whether you were using the integrated red filter of the Sea Life Sport Diver on the wide angle shots. If you didn't, I think you did, because the blue looked pretty bluish. Nevertheless, this is something that if you didn't, I would use the red filter, just to give you better results there. What else did I write down here? Oh, we need to talk about the length of the individual clips.
Well, on the one hand side, I would say it fit perfectly to the kind of style of the video.
To the relaxed music.
The relaxed music was easy, but I think you could improve that if you just use more clips in the same way. So like, I think the second reef shot where he was going around the reef, you had a little coral block and all the little fish, and so I think if you would change the perspective and show different angles, different perspectives in the same style, it would be even better. Because it can be as well very calm, even if you're changing angles, it can still be very calm. And I think that would be better instead of several longer clips.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think you got a point there. Keeping the individual clips a little shorter, and maybe try to include a few different angles, a bit more variety of angles and shot types that you include in there. Sometimes I thought I saw some corner softness, distortion in the corners, and this mainly has to do, and I don't know this, I'm assuming that some of the shots were taken with the wide angle, the ultra wide angle lens of your iPhone, and if you do that with the flat port of the Sea Life Sport Diver, the corners will get that distortion and that corner softness. The only way to get around this or correct it a little bit is to use a wide angle conversion lens. Again, as far as I know, Sea Life doesn't make any accessories like that for the sport diver housing, which is unfortunate because it basically limits you to not using the ultra wide angle lens of your iPhone underwater.
You can especially see it on the turtle clip where the turtle is coming up. You could really see it's like it's a nice shot, a nice perspective, but with the corner softness, it's
Exactly. And then one thing that I was missing a little bit was a story behind all of this. I mean, it was showing us the underwater world of Saudi Arabia, and you can clearly see it is the Red Sea. But I was missing a little bit of a story in there, Then at the end, you had the sun setting above the ocean. That was nice, but it wasn't really a story. Including it or making it into a little story would have just made it a little more engaging, I think, a little more interesting to people. Again, I would like to pass on the same suggestion we had last week. Maybe come up with a little script about the area, and especially if you're filming with an iPhone, it is quite easy to grab a couple of surface shots as well, while you're getting ready for the dive or something on the shoreline and the boat ride out to the dive site, whatever, stuff like that you can then sort of include and make a little story out of it. And maybe if you don't feel like narrating it yourself, maybe you can also do an AI narration. This has become quite comfortable nowadays, so maybe that is might be something you want to look into, Toby, for the next project that you're doing, to try to make it into a little story. Anything else from your side?
No. So if you don't have anything, maybe it's time for you to sum it up.
That's right. Today is my time to sum it up for you, Toby. So again, thanks for your submission. We really liked the overall feel of the film that you've submitted here. It's nice, it's calm and relaxing. We really liked the quality of the shots. I think you got some great stability, good composition, and some nice framing of your shots there that made it a pleasure to watch. Things that you might want to change. Well, I think that if you want to take your underwater videography a step further, but stick to your smartphone, to your iPhone, I would suggest that you look into the Dive Fork C-Touch 4 Max, just because it's going to give you a lot more options to use the capabilities of your phone underwater. And this is an area where the sea life sport diver is a bit limiting when it comes to actually using all that power that your smartphone gives you to make really good, compelling, high quality imagery underwater. Also, stuff that you might want to think about is including or making a little story out of your clips, and shortening some of the longer clips, and maybe instead use different perspectives and more different angles of the same shot rather than one long shot. But that's just a few things that we think could work to your advantage if you try to include that into your next project.
Very well said.
Thank you. I do this the first time.
Well, impressive.
Right.
Impressive.
Right.
I don't know what to say, so I try to imitate Matthias and say we will put the link to the video or to the channel from Toby in the description below.
Yeah.
Hop over there, have a look what else Toby has on his channel. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you're in the mood already for giving out likes, subscriptions, and comments, comment on that video, what you liked about it, what we can improve. Leave a subscription if you don't already a subscriber of the channel. And if you want us to review one of your videos, then write us an email to
Matthias Lebo. No.
Wow.
Oh, this is not a part that I normally do. To contact@matthiaslebo.com. Include the link to the uploaded video. Include a little bit of information on what equipment you've used, where it was shot, a bit of a backstory maybe. Anything that can help us in reviewing your film here on the channel is helpful to us. Keep in mind that if you want to take part in the competition that we've launched, then make sure that you meet the criteria, which you can check in the video that is going to be linked down in the video description below. The announcement video of the competition, you'll find all the criteria that your video needs to meet in that little video there. So go check that out, submit your video, and with a little luck and some good underwater video work, you might be the deserved winner of the of an underwater videography workshop, a dive trip with the two of us, most likely to the Maldives in 2025. In April, that is going to be.
Yes.
Excellent. So we don't really have much more to say for today. Thank you so much for sticking with us all the way through to the end. As always, any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Other than that, have a great week. Keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of yours, and
we'll see you on 105 next week.
What is 105?
Number 105.
Oh, not the radio channel?
We can put the radio channel on, but I'm not sure if we're on the radio channel.
All right, see you next week, guys. Bye.